Right, so after editing that, I hope I never screw up that way again. That was miserable to do. Don't even know if it'll upload to YouTube properly. But anyways, prison hallway. Sure looks like Terry Falls, eh? Okay, I don't know what he said, because I was distracted all of a sudden. Guard dogs make sense. This does not. There are more than just prisoners and guards living here. Why? Animals. Fucking a cat, a pig, a monkey, a bunny, and a Shetland pony. Yep, animals. According to the guard, they introduced animal therapy here several years ago, including monkeys. These prisoners assigned one animal. In other words, they receive a pet partner. Such as a entire pony. Because, like, dogs and cats, and even a rabbit, you know, fine, I'll grant you. I'm skeptical that they have the resources to deal with monkeys and pigs. I know for a fact they do not have appropriate resources to deal with a horse, alright? You need, like, a stable, someone to clean up its crap, because it's roughly the size of the bunny there. Etc. Huh, that seems kind of fun. And stupid. Plus, learning to take care of their pet is a great qualification to have. Ah, so you mean that workroom? Yeah, that's where the prisoners practice taking care of their pets. So then, the thing you mentioned that could enter the crime scene is right, these animals. But that don't make any sense, pal. Why would an animal leave behind a rubber glove? God, he just reminds me of Deus Ex Machina so much. Really can't find a good gumshoe. Why would an animal leave behind a rubber glove? I'll try more like that. Quite right. But it was the monkey. But the fact remains they could have entered the crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please talk some sense into this man?
Mr. Shields, are the animals allowed to go wherever they please?
Most of the doors in this prison are fitted with sensors. The sensors are not only sound and alarm in response to the prisoner's bracelets, they also respond to the animal's microchips and don't open doors for them. Microchips? It's like a tiny machine embedded under the animal's skin. Yeah, all it takes is a simple injection, and the microchip is inserted. What? That sounds painful. I've heard it's not that painful. But anyways, since the animals aren't criminals, they're allowed to move around freely. Shit where they like.
How ironic. The ones with the most freedom in the prison are the animals. It's still pretty stupid if you ask me.
But still, they can't go out of the prison. The prison's entrance doesn't have the sensor. Oh?
What's that? Is that a bell?
What's that? Fuck. Ugh. Alright then. You're no missile.
What's this? This dog? It has a bell on its collar. Was this the sound that we heard earlier?
The portrait. Not a fan of Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, why are you glaring at each other?
I mustn't lose.
To the dog. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not good with dogs, are you, sir? I'll tame that dog myself. Here, boy. Here, boy. Well, seems you're not great either. It completely ignored me, sir.
Compared to the other animals, there's something different about this one. I'm sensing great hostility towards me only.
Well, now that I've introduced you to the animals, what's next on the agenda? Of course, we question those related to the case, pal.
Yes, we should gather information about the state of things when the body was discovered. We'll start with you in that cell. Tell us what you know.
Oh, we'll start with you in that cell. Tell us what you know. Grumpy Mick Shady here? Jesus.
He's completely ignoring me, sir. You there, do you know anything about the incident?
He's scary.
Don't be so cold. Come on, you can't talk to us. Well, how about an introductory hug?
It's time.
What was that?
Sorry, was Uncle Ray's joke a little too much?
Oh, God. He's got a boy. Aw, this is cute. The sinister voice doesn't really suit him now. Seems kind of jovial with that nice, sweaty polar bear gripping onto him. Ah, it's so cute. I love that. The polar bear. He's alright.
Exercise time.
Horrible Russian. Go!
This man is clearly odd. I need to get some answers from him. Your name is?
Me. I'm prisoner number D259. J. Elbert. Jailbird, really? That's spirit of justice level of creativity. Fucking not even kidding. The guy running for office in that game in Case 5, politician. J. Elbert is at least kind of clever. But, you know, said fast, it's just Jailbird.
Got to raise my metabolism. I can't let my muscles rest. Muscles aside, it looks like you've lost a lot of weight. Half of the match is over even before it has begun. Yeah, I got to make the weight limit.
Are you entering some kind of tournament? Ah, perhaps as a boxer!
Yeah, I am a former boxer, but exercise is just a hobby of mine.
Well, then it sure looks like it's the bear's hobby, too. He's hanging on like an apron. So cute it is. Fucking adorable.
This is Rocky, the polar bear. He is my partner. He's loosening his tongue. Maybe we can try asking him now. Where were you and Rocky at the time of the incident? I don't know anything. I got nothing to say to you. That's for me to decide. Now answer the question. Didn't I just tell you I know nothing? There's no intention of talking.
In that case, you've got no choice but to use that. Play mind chess with him.
What are you talking? Yes, if he insists. He has nothing to do with this. We'll just have to prove there's a connection. Mr. Albert, by all means, you will tell us what you know. I don't understand why you can't just believe I was asleep for most of the night. I mean, really. Now, let's analyze the situation.
Mind chess.
A fighting stance, it seems he's become agitated. In these circumstances, a direct confrontation would be pointless. When my opponent becomes agitated, I should calmly wait and see.
Yeah, I played the first case.
When I see an opening, I will not hold back. Now, let's question him about what he knows of the incident. To start with, I'll ask him about his movements today. I have to tire him out before the sound of the bell.
I'm gonna relate it to boxing, too. In logic chess boxing. What'd you do today?
Can you tell me what you have done today? Answer me!
Oh. If you want to fight with me, get in your fighting stance. Edgeworth, no boxer.
What, are you throwing in the towel already? This is not a fist fight. Welcome to the war that is chess. By the way, hasn't all that moving around tired you out? Don't underestimate my stamina. You want to test me with that body of yours?
Not gonna fight this guy, jeez.
I ain't tired at all. Well, first off, I held back in my training today. I just stayed quietly in my cell. Quietly? Then what's with all that sweat? Buzz off. That's all I've got to say. I'm getting a little tired.
He's not in his fighting stance anymore.
You're a well-trained boxer. However, you need more practice in the art of lying. Getting a little tired? That's not possible. You said you stayed quietly in your cell just a moment ago.
Lucky. It looks like this is going to be a tough opponent. Jesus.
This man, it looks like he's still hiding something. Next, I'll ask him about the time of the incident. Information I could easily gain from any of the guards around here. I do not need to use fists. My words alone are enough for a KO, as the children are fond of saying. Do you recall what you were doing at the time of the incident?
Sleeping. Rocky was too.
The incident happened just a few moments ago.
What? Did it?
You look wide awake to me.
Muscle strength while they're resting. Sleep is important.
Well then, I'm sorry to have woken you. Rest is a part of training, right?
Indeed, actually. Oh! So you get it after all. Not bad, Mr. Prosecutor. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? Yeah.
No. I don't recall ever introducing myself as a prosecutor. How do you know?
That's...
The conversations we had when we first entered this room. Were you by any chance eavesdropping on us? In that case, there's no way you could have been asleep. You lied.
You got me there. You pack a nice punch. Yeah, I lied about sleeping. So what? I was just exercising in this room. You got a problem with that?
Well, now I know he was wide awake. I should remember this clue.
Notice anything?
When the incidents occurred, did you notice anything unusual about the prison?
Huh? Tired already?
Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered.
Rocky, you hearing this? I got no time for jibber-jabber. Wanna eat a knuckle sandwich?
That was a wasted remark. I fucking wasn't. He wasn't worked up. When he gets worked up, he enters a fighting stance. During those times, I should calmly wait and see. He wasn't in a... Dropped his guard.
Don't say anything during the incident, as clearly... It was a terrible fighting stance if it is one. Answer the question.
That's the question. What was the situation like at the time of the incident?
Okay. Sorry, but I got no answer for you. I was asleep then. Even though I just admitted to you I was awake. Rocky was too.
Let's try using that clue. Didn't you just tell me you were exercising?
Yeah, remember that? Oh, yeah. Looks like I just ate a counter.
Your back's against the ropes and there's no way out. Just confess already. You did it, didn't you?
Hey, quiet down a bit. If an outsider like you make a racket, you'll frighten the animals again.
What do you mean, again? You've been persistent. However, I'm afraid you're about to hit the mat. You said again just now. Did something happen earlier? To frighten the animals?
Gah! My poor adorable polar bear. How could I have gotten sucker punched like that? Yeah, there was this great scream back then. It startled the animals. Should I roll my R's more for Russian? Although I can't imagine this guy has much of a roll left. Scream back then. Ugh. I'm turning into you-know-who's sister. And yes, you do know who. The rest of you do not know. But you know whose sister I'm referring to. I would never have lost in a real ring.
Well, it's not a ring, so... too fucking bad.
Logic chest complete.
I believe this proves that you do know something about the case.
Damn. Okay, I'll talk.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't lose focus, Kay. The real game has just begun.
Let's just stop for a moment. Uncle Ray's got one important thing to say. I have to use the bathroom now. It might have been fate that brought us together all these years.
The clap is a little adorable, I'm not gonna lie.
I've received an opportunity to observe your skills carefully, and I'll be given a detailed report to that person about how much you've grown.
Who is that person?
You didn't know. The truth is...
This doesn't concern Kay. She doesn't need to know.
Oh there, you scared me. Don't get so worked up.
You can do what you like. It doesn't matter to me.
Have you been leading your life ever since you were tainted by that Von Karma way?
I'm assuming he's referring to Phoenix, since in the last game they very much danced around the existence of Phoenix, often referencing that man and some dude in a blue suit, with even Larry forgetting his name at one point. Oh, yeah, our friend in the blue suit. God, what was his name again? It's like Larry, you fucking moron.
How have you been living your life? I'm sure that person would be interested. I feel it's my duty to report it to him. I'll expose your mistakes here. I won't let you disappoint him any further.
Mr. Edgeworth, just what are you guys talking about?
Don't concern yourself with it. Only opponent now is Elbird. Well then, let's hear it. What do you know about the case?
You're going to be sorry.
About the incident.
Recreation time ended around 10 a.m. I returned to this room and went straight to my training. Just as I counted to 2, I heard a voice shout, "Arg! I've been stabbed."
What's him doing an impression of that?
Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I heard a voice shout, "Ugh, I have been stabbed."
That was horrible.
It sounded like someone in pain calling out for help. Like a man being stabbed. Can't say why though. But I couldn't do anything since I was locked up in my cell, so I went back to my training.
That's odd.
Fuck. Voice acting.
You really weren't bothered by that shout?
Even if I was, there was nothing I could do. Look out for number 1 before you look out for others. That's the basic rule in prison.
I think it's just look out for number 1. There's none of this before you look out for others.
Indeed, even if he wanted to take a look, he'd still be locked in his cell.
Is all that training equipment yours? You seem to have quite a collection.
I get them from the supplier.
Supplier?
You can get just about anything if you put in an order. It's our secret shop.
Why would you tell him that?
That's quite convenient. So if your Uncle A wanted a cute girl...
In that case, you should order a book on how to give testimony. Humph, because I'm going to knock you down for the count in one hit.
You're going to KO me. Stop kidding around.
Hey, don't ignore it. Don't ignore your Uncle Ray. That was a weird, for a couple words there, Irish-Russian accent.
Don't ignore your Uncle Ray.
Ugh. Again, mixing voices. Ugh, it's just bad. Alright. So what have I got? I got nothing. Is this the autopsy report? Penetrating died instantly. Ah, well, there's a contradiction. I'll just press him anyways.
Recreation time!
There are people from the outside who come here and sing and dance to entertain the people on the inside. They're really, really annoying.
That's great! That does sound like fun.
And you participated in this event?
There are fewer opportunities to, mingle with the outsiders. Just had some borscht. After recreation time ended, I returned to the
sing and dance, really? I would hate that so much.
I returned to this room and went straight to the training.
So, what exactly did your training entail?
To build up stamina and rhythm, I jump rope.
Oh, alright. What? In such a small room? You don't need a lot of room. Isn't that dangerous for Mr. Bear? I mean, Rocky?
Ah, Mr. Bear. Rocky's a smart one. When he sees me grab my rope, he clings to my chest.
You're able to jump rope while holding a bear?
He's a weight I'll gladly bear. Rocky's my best partner. So today I started my jump rope routine as usual. However,
I like this guy. He's got a cute bear.
just counted to 2 when I heard the shout. Yeah, I'm not repeating that.
Could you describe the voice for me?
It was the voice of somebody whose life was in peril. I could tell because he said, I'm about to be stabbed.
I could tell. Really? That's no laughing matter.
And this voice, you heard it quite clearly.
Also sounded like a whining click. You never heard the scream of a cornered man before? I told you the man was screaming for his life. Of course I heard that clearly. It sounded like someone in...
okay, somebody may. I already read that.
Was that all? Did he say anything else?
And that was all. He didn't say anything important after that.
That's for me to decide. I'd like to hear it if you please.
If you really want to know that badly, how about I recreate the scene for you right now?
Oh, sorry, that was a stupid thing to ask. Miles, you should apologize too.
This point is vital. I'd like to clarify if possible.
Come on, please bear with us for Uncle Ray's sake, okay?
Anyhow, I heard the voice, but I couldn't do anything since I was locked in my cell.
Keep using the voice for things I've already said. And I don't want to do that. Save the old pipes.
Speaking of... You were able to concentrate on your training after that scream?
If I were on the outside, I would probably go over and take a look out of curiosity. However, inside the stupid cell, I have to get permission to go anywhere.
Have you considered breaking out of prison?
That sounds more like something you'd try to do.
If this place wasn't a prison, Mr. Knightley might have been able to get help.
I don't believe he could have been saved.
Eh? But what if somebody had come running to his aid?
Albert is clearly lying, but what possible reason would he have to do this? To find out, I'll have to point out a contradiction.
Okay.
Alright. We'll just present this died instantly. And it is a penetrating wound to the neck, so...
Objection!
Ooh. What's old edgy boy going to say?
Mr. Albert, can you hear my voice clearly?
Well, that apparently. But what is Mr. Albert going to say? Find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I have a Tokenlad. Talk to you later. Shooting go shares. See you around Ask Clowns. Check out my Patreon if you can. Every little bit helps.